Ah. Oh, good evening, lads. Welcome me around this beautiful place. Anyway, so howdy, people. Today, we're going to do something that we've been putting off for a long time. Why? Because the reason why we've been putting it off for a long time is that we were hoping that Pearl Abyss writer's team was not just a monkey at the zoo, and that the developers would actually care about their new characters. Unfortunately, we were wrong. And it seems that how many months has been since the release?
4 to 5.
4 to 5 months later, there's no update. So fuck the scholar. We're doing her Ascension, or what's left of it. Now, the scholar is an interesting character because she was announced for the memes. And she's an Irish woman with a PhD in relative physics.
Yeah.
Because you have to understand that technically in the world of Black Desert, we are at medieval / Renaissance level of knowledge. Meaning, yes, we have math and sciences, but they're still quite far off. Like, you have the sorceress studying the Black Spirit, you have the alchemists doing their own studies, you have the witch and wizard characters, which are peculiar because they travel through multiple dimensions. But one thing is that they don't understand yet how physics work like at the knowledge level, because otherwise we wouldn't be in a medieval time. Medea would be able to have cars. Valencia wouldn't have a desert anymore because they could just, use science to perfect their lives. But they don't, so we have to assume that all the knowledge of science and understanding of the world they have currently has been lost. It's true that ancient civilizations using the Black Spirit have some sort of weird sci-fi thing going on. Think of all the artifacts, the Kabua civilization, the Sage and his Ataraxian bullshit. But I like to consider it as a filler because like the Magnus, they're kind of fillers because the Magnus, it's only us that can basically go through it.
And other few chosen ones.
Only us and another few chosen ones, which are also us, can go through the Magnus and actually understand what's happening, and so on. Now, what's her name of the class? Scholar pulls in, cock in hand, smashes through as everyone hopes and dreams at another male class with her giant massive hammers. And not only that, but smashes through the entire history of Black Desert as well from a lore point of view. Why? Because, well, gotta be honest with you guys, her first line is E = mc squared. Okay? And it's like, funny, he's doing the Einstein code. Yeah, except to reach a point of understanding the physics and the world in our world, to reach relative physics, it took us 20,000 years
of evolution.
Of 21,000 years of written history, and God knows how many more of unwritten history. And this girl basically popped in from another dimension, has no falling damage, and decided to just bring in relative physics in the world of Black Desert. So it means that she's definitely a hipster from Ireland who has a PhD in relative physics and decided to mess around with them in this world. That's my take on it. Obviously, we don't know much about the class. I have kept myself spoil free, also because I don't cheat on my Corsair class unlike other people. And now I'm just finding out for the first time what the hell is a scholar and what it does, right? So how do we start? Is the Black Spirit we start?
I actually wanted to say other things, can I?
Oh, you can say other things, can you?
Okay. Okay, why are we playing the scholar then? we promised Attraction and the main quest. However, there is a little bit of an issue. As you know, we want to try to play the main quest lines with characters who have special interactions and can enrich the story behind and the lore behind the main quest. The next main quest that will also start the cycle of new main quests, since Attraction was the first main quest being released for the first time, already voice acted in 2020 or 2021, I don't remember. Of course it is related to the Sage. There is an issue though, because like I have a Sage but Swittzy does not, so the whole point is that Swittzy needs to create a Sage. However, what's the best way to create characters if not through the season? He can't, because we started the previous season with the Scholar and he never graduated because my quest got bugged, but my pass got bugged, but Swittzy is not. And so basically Swittzy needs to do an awakening, succession, ascension and whatnot. So the one of the Scholar. The Scholar was released on the 20th of December 2023. So basically exactly 5 months ago. We were waiting for the complete story of the Scholar being released on the website. This story never came. Usually when a new class is released, a new article is published on the encyclopedia of Black Desert, the adventure guide, and for example, for the previous classes, Megu and Wusa, they released even not cinematics, but voice actors stories to explain their background. For the Scholar, nothing like that happened. They just released, how can I say, a quick article when she was released, saying Scholar, the world-changing, hammer-swinging alchemist, brandishing hammers crafted in Earth's elements, a master of alchemy. And basically was born as a meme since she is using the Jace hammer, basically. Prevailing over the Black Death with her exceptional knowledge in alchemy and physics, Scholar has the ability to manipulate gravity at her will. In my opinion, this doesn't have anything to do with physics, it's magic basically, but okay. Utilizing her two hammers types, Scholar attacks with targeted swiftness and immense power. Her command of gravity allows Scholar to trick enemies with unpredictable movements and overwhelming counterforce. And then they presented the fact that just like the Archer, she is the only other class who has access to the Awakening right away, the Sledgehammer. Befitting her past in alchemy through particle acceleration and formulas, Ascended Scholar accomplishes any alchemist through desire, transmuting gold. Her attacks freely manipulate speed, mass and metals of the earth counterforce for a momentous force like no other counterforce. Abandoning the laws and rules of matter, Scholar writes her own formula to bring her enemies to their knees. So basically she's not actually a scientist, she's like a very powerful alchemist of sorts. And the only other things that got released with the Scholar is basically a video. A video where basically it is mentioned the year 235. So basically around 50 years before the start of Breaker of Chains, because Breaker of Chains starts in the year 286. And then we see a preview of a fight in Ulukita, because of course the Scholar was released basically alongside Ulukita, or at least it was the concept. And in fact the video showed, you can find it easily on on YouTube, on the main page of Black Desert Online, and we just have the scholar beating the shit out of mobs in Ulukita, while mentioning the formula, the very famous formula Swittzy quoted from Einstein, that doesn't make much sense because she doesn't respect this law, basically. It doesn't seem to be very much like applied to her case. And she says, this is the law of this world, just right before breaking it. Then she has not only to fight against the mobs of Ulukita, but something that we saw in Odilita when we had to do our trial, and such as the demons that are supposed to come from the land of the demons, related somehow to Hadum. So we also know that she has relationship with Hadum, and in fact we see also her going to a Talibres door, just like the name of the door leading us to Atoraxion, and she was to use this very specific door to go home. So apparently, at least in the video, she is not at her home. We don't know exactly if the video present our world or the other, but what comes out of this door is what might be Hadum, might be a copy of the scholar herself, is not very clear. And this shadow says, you shall not return to where the sun rises from the west. Which is very curious, isn't it? Have you ever noticed that in Black Desert Online, the sun indeed doesn't rise from the east? Okay, the calculation of the light in Black Desert are like a little bit on their own. However, the very peculiar thing is that the sun rises on the west and, how do you say, sets in the east? Like, okay. Okay, perfect. So basically the whole point that it hinted is that the scholar is in a parallel dimension, because we know, thanks to the Magnus, this is possible. And she's trying to go back to our world where the sun rises in the west. And apparently she is able to create gold thanks to the acceleration of particles. I don't think that the CERN would agree with that point, but apparently she can do it thanks to the gravity cores she has in her weapons. And at the end of the video, it is hinted that the shadow is herself. Probably it might be a reference to the Shadow Arena, where we have copies of ourselves, as we learn in the Magnus. Once again, when we find a copy, of, for example, of Yonhua or other characters, you will see when we'll play the main quest ourselves. And yeah, basically this is what we have in the end. And also the gold she can generate is not even the ordinary gold, is like even more powerful because it doesn't melt. It's like OP. And apparently this gold helps her to achieve her purpose. And the closing sentence is, we grow older when our dreams become regrets. And it seems a little bit of random bullshit go, this whole presentation of the scholar, but the issue is that beside the Ascension that we are about to play, nothing else, nothing more was released. And one of the criticisms that many members of the lore community moved against this Ascension we are about to play, so here's like a disclaimer, is that the story doesn't seem complete. So it seems rushed, just like it happened with Ulukita, and then the team just didn't give a shit to do anything else to fix it. So, premise was made, we can start, like always, from our Black Spirit.
Oh, they changed the icon. Bro,
I told you they changed it.
just fire the UI design guys, okay? And just leave us be, man. Like, don't change what we've known for 7 years. It makes no sense. It's not better. You can't release this game for mobile, so stop changing it, goddammit. It worked for 8 to 8 years now, because she's not getting old. Why do you change it for the rest? It doesn't matter. Change this ugly ass fucking menu instead of just copy pasting it like this.
By the way, did you put the voices in English? Or do you have them in Korean? Because this might be... this might have cutscenes since it's a new...
Apology, I can't seem to be a Korean move, so we will go back to English. Somewhere, because the fucking things don't make any sense. There. General settings region. Why not put audio setting in audio? NPC.
What is it? What are you looking for?
Okay, is it me listening the volume low or... Okay, thank you.
Alright, so we have... look at you, partner. Who's going to dare disregard you now? But brace yourself through trials and scuffles. Trials and scuffles lie ahead. You've got to beef up a whole lot. Only then can you really show those braggarts what you're made of. Why not take another shot at finding the mysterious gate you crossed? Wait, man, you still talk to the Black Spirit.
Yeah. They should improve the smoothness of transitions.
A gate, you say?
Told you she's from Ireland.
A door that opens and
Yeah,
closes?
like the whole concept is that she's Irish. In fact, like she says, nothing Myanmar can solve.
Yeah, so in fact, this whole thing about the Magnus, no, she's just I told you, a hipster from Ireland with a PhD in physics. And no one can get me wrong on this, okay? You heard the accent.
Maybe the land of Aduma is...
Oh my god. It's Ireland all over. Maybe it's actually the UK, you know, and she ran away because she's Irish.
By the way, like, the Black Spirit says, I guarantee it will make you stronger. How about paying a visit? And you're like, what gate? Because of course, we didn't watch, like, it's for all the people who didn't watch the trailer.
Me included. I cross over the gate. I crossed over the gate. Yo, don't stop blabbering on about it. You're trying hard not to forget. No, the reason why I find this funny is because the Black Spirit is aware that you trade your memories once you do the pact.
That is very weird, because I don't have what you have. And mine apparently is voice acted.
Well, sucks to be me.
What? Oh, try to, like, restart the quest?
Alright.
A gate, you say? Do you mean a door that opens and closes? Like one's attached to a house?
You didn't hear anything?
No, there's nothing else.
Yeah, but you didn't start with a gate, you say.
Yes, they played. It's finished. It's not finished.
Yes, but then why you skipped it? If you didn't hear anything.
Wait, I just played it. Look.
Sorry, I can't hear anything from the... Okay, now I hear.
Now you hear?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go again.
A gate, you say? Do you mean a door that opens and closes? Like one's attached to a house?
What do you mean they skip it? It plays by itself.
Okay, because I didn't hear it.
Trust in the man. Oh wait, to talk to the traveler. His name is gonna be Shane O'Connor. Oh, sorry, that's from Odilita. I guess you can't do that, can we? Yeah, that was the part I read about.
Okay, basically this is a reference to what I explained that we see in the trailer of us crossing the door, and of course we lost our memories because that's the whole point of video.
And also it doesn't make sense because the prologue is not different, so it's a discrepancy to the prologue, but okay, I guess.
What? You startled me. What do you want? You shouldn't listen in on other people's conversations.
I guess, okay.
I don't talk to rude people.
Unbelievable. How can the guy be so insolent? Why is that again worth the punch?
Now also the Black Spirit is
Yeah,
is
of
Irish.
course. I don't know.
Of course.
I'll mix between Irish and Scottish and Welsh.
Yeah, partner, let's just wait. You're gonna let us slide? How about we touch my finger too instead?
Like true Irish people, we're gonna go and beat his fucking ass because he didn't. Oh no, never mind.
Okay, we have to ask around Altinova. We have basically...
Why are we still doing lore, man? It's great. I don't give a shit. This doesn't make any sense.
My love, I already told you other times, if you don't want to do this, I'll do it alone.
No, it's so disconnected. It's funny. Also, you still have to talk with him. Sorry, because it says ask around Platinova and they have the thingy behind.
We have to talk again to
I don't
him.
talk to rude people.
Fire on the gate.
This might sound a little out of the blue, but I'm searching for a gate. Have you seen it?
What? I think I have heard something about that.
To be fair, this is very revolutionary because we have the first thing that we never had in video, which is a voice for our characters.
Wait, no, didn't I tell you already? I don't talk to rude people.
Inquire further on the gate.
Fine! I mean, well, anything is good. Maybe if you saw some type of gate standing somewhere that people can pass through.
The gate? Well, you are something. You want to have a philosophical conversation with me? It's hard to find such a scholastic spirit these days. The gate is mentioned a lot in ancient literature. It connects the utopia where gods or legendary beings dwell and the world where we live. The recent trend in literature, you know... Oh, have you read Fluttering in the Villa? The protagonist falls in love when crossing the villa's gate, but it happens to be a gate to a completely different world.
I always told you that my bet is that they take the novel Arcade is based on, right? Where you have a magic island where humans can become gods, isn't it? In my opinion, they just did that with Elvia, and then it got corrupted by Hadum after everything with Sylvia happened.
Hey! Where do you think you're going? I thought you wanted to chat!
Sorry, mate, it's just on me tape. and to find the gate.
And now our last ask around with the lively traveler.
How about heading to Calcion? They say its gate is magnificent.
Fire on the gate.
Have you by any chance heard anything about a gate? Even if it's just something small, anything would be a start.
Oh, have you heard? They say Calcion Castle's gate is huge. Oh, that wasn't what you meant. If you're searching for the gate to recover your memories, I think you need to find more of a grim-faced traveler. Those kinds of people have lots of stories to tell. I happened to see one at the Asula Highlands. Go and find this person.
Okay, fine, Asula Highlands.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
But I don't... I don't understand why not giving her a special prologue, since apparently we came here not because of what happens in the prologue, but because of what happened in the trailer, basically.
Yeah. Again, like the issue.
It's you! I'm looking for the gate. They said you'd know something. Do you?
You are searching for the gate? Are you falling for those delusions? Delusions are like mirages in the desert. No, I'd say they are worse than mirages. At least a mirage means that there is a real oasis somewhere. But a delusion is a lie. It doesn't exist. I've seen too many people swallowed up by them.
To be frank with you, I'm searching for my lost memories, but the only clue I have is gate.
Lost memories, you say? I don't know what your story is, but sometimes you need to accept your fate. But if you still want to know, do you know about the forbidden books? It might give you a clue. Some say that you can build the Cartian spell with the forbidden books. Ha! The legendary sorceress Cartian? Oh, she might have known something. She's no longer around, though, just like the legends of old ruins. The choice is yours, but please don't waste your time chasing delusions.
Forbidden books? Delusions? Whatever do you mean? Is there some sort of connection between the two?
Well, ancient artifacts, forbidden books, the gate missions and rules, don't you see? All of them are delusions that will destroy you. I hope you find the answers you seek.
When searching for something, delusions are just part of the process, right? Please tell me what you know.
Look around the Asula Highlands overlooking Medea's shore. My comrades lost their lives because of their delusions. The worn-out ancient artifact. If you follow the traces, you might find the gate. Good luck. Don't go getting yourself sacrificed like some damn cliché protagonist.
Worry not, we are immortal.
Pacing is
So weird. It makes no sense. These guys are talking, it's like they're two separate guys never seen and talking in front of each other. Normally you'd speak, you know, say ha, interact a bit. But this guy is telling you to go fake yourself, and then 2 seconds later he tells you anyway. The heck the fuck you guys smoking? That's why he's gloomy. Maybe he hit the wrong type of grass in there, you know?
a vast landscape appears. Somehow you feel a familiar energy.
Energy. Hey partner, would it be right here? I sense a familiar aura. It's your energy. The gate that you was after. The gate. Certainly the one we're looking for.
This way.
This way. Follow me. Oh, blocks.
These archives.
I found they spoiled it. It's supposed to ignore it actually. The landscape feels familiar. Indeed, all this seems familiar somehow. You're a faint voice in the distance.
The magical power I've discovered, I shall reclaim the hidden records.
We shall reclaim the hidden records. Echo the gravity curse.
What? Magical power? Surely you're not talking about this old gravity core here.
Yeah, the gate looking as if reacting to the gravity curve. The gate looking structure reveals itself. Werner, your scent is strong here. This has to be your power. We definitely found it. The gate. Well.
Probably because it instance like.
Huh? Is this it? Feels like heavy ions. In that case.
In that case.
Hello, me. It's another me.
Eureka.
Oh.
Oi! Where did you come from, wandering around like that?
Arcos?
Sure, the scenery's nice, but don't be fooled. It's a treacherous place. What? Hold on. What in the world? Are you?
Just as I calculated, heavy ions are heavier than protons, so I can accelerate the particles by increasing their charge.
The Black Death finally got me. There was no cure for it in this world.
That's right. How are you even still among the living?
However, I, the great Ethan, discovered the power to cure the plague beyond the gate. Alas, when I stepped through the gate, I was split into many, many me's, so to speak.
Evelyn? Who is that?
Sacrifice your flesh to me, so that I will be chosen. You seek the power, pure arrogance. Your sacrifice will make me whole.
Evelyn. So that's my name, I guess.
Sage freebooter.
Yeah.
Just as I was almost done, the bloody snakes turned up. Listen, there's a reason we have two hammers. Fuse the two cores into one. Oh, you're in for a treat. Here's how you do it.
Interesting. I'm Evelyn O'Carroll. Just one of the many versions of my own self.
You mere mortal.
Variak.
Look at you, stripped of all your power and memories.
Ah, you must be one of the snake things. What a perfect specimen for an experiment.
Evelyn, be wary.
Such dim-witted, sorry souls. I shall personally deliver the fragments of your soul to my lord.
Now we are freebooting the
Time to
Archer.
check the info I got from the other me.
Yeah, it's Variak. I guess.
Why?
Because Variak is one of the servants of Adum, I guess. Like, he is one of them, but it's a reference to the Ascension of the Archer? But actually no, because like it used to be in his introduction cinematic.
Foolish and inferior imbeciles. They're all utterly useless.
You sly serpent! You're only running away because you're scared!
And I didn't even break a sweat.
Hey partner, I think we finally found it. I found the record about your last power. Let's check it out.
Said I would die? Well, looky here. I'm the one who lives. So, how was my guide? Looks like you're getting power. Sorry for the extravagant welcome. I made sure it wasn't easy to discover. I just couldn't help it. My past self was truly fabulous, even whilst losing her memory. This is the virtue of being the best alchemist and scholar. Only someone like me can view this record. I congratulate and salute my equally excellent self, who will be viewing this record. So, where was I? Using up all my power is more draining than I thought.
I'm not really sure what you're talking about, but this makes for a fascinating record.
The power I've discovered is now perfectly mine. I've left a detailed record on how to control it. Of course, you won't master it all at once, but you're me. I know you can do it. Neat, huh? My special recording devices. Introducing the star of the land. Do you see the marvelous movement made by the logarithmic acceleration?
For a moment I thought they were fireworks.
So, what are you mumbling about? To me, it seems merely dart back and forth.
It's completely different. You, big guy, need some lessons from this great scholar. No, it's time to retake your old power. I've prepared the Compatibility Recovery Protocol. First, let me give you a little crash course on the theory. Shall we move on? The core is the gravity core. And before we begin for real, let me introduce myself to myself. Hello. I am Evelyn O'Carroll, the great alchemist and archaeologist searching for secrets. I left this hopeless world in the year 235 and returned in 276 with a special salvation. But there was an incident. In my pain state, I barely got the gate running. But alas, it was incomplete.
In 276 is when happens when the event from the introduction happens, the ones with the laser in the Great Desert, and 235 is 50 years before the game start with Breaker of Chains, because the events of Breaker of Chains takes place technically around the beginning of the year 286.
Cool.
Whilst transitioning through the wormhole's conversion point, it tore apart, splitting me into infinite pieces. I sure hope all those versions of myself found their destinations and began their own adventures in salvation. I want to tell you much more, but alas, there's not much resources left. The Star of of the land has more on how to recover your combat ability. Let's begin.
I will now send the power you have forgotten.
Magnus song.
You have memorized the equations in your head, right? Knock at the tower. First, hold on to your hands. The power of mass and light speed. Nicely done. Use the core to control speed and mass. Forget all about the common sense, you know. Smart. Now let's repeat to increase your error rate. Error rate 0.314159265.3%.
0.pi.
It's within the margin of error.
This laugh will haunt my dreams.
Okay.
Excellent. I want to give more data to my other self. Unfortunately, we're out of resources. Oh, last but not least. Beyond the gates, I have found power to save myself, but also to bestow death upon me. Let's see. Anything else? That's all I got. Oh, and congrats! I used to be an alchemist, right? With this new power, you can even transmute stuff into gold now. Of course, it's a forced transmutation with an extremely short half-life, so it will dissipate very quickly. Oh, now I really am out of resources. It was really nice meeting you, other me. Good luck!
He's not around.
Oops, my bad. He was just an illusion. Anyway, you did leave some interesting records behind, didn't you?
Is she?
But what you should have been telling your future self is, don't try to tame the power, but let it take the lead. Ah, such a shame. Of all the fragments, you were the last one I needed gone. And that was so not you, my dear. Beyond the gates, I have found the power to save myself, but also to bestow death upon me. Really? Oh, Evelyn, no, no, no. There is only purpose and consequence, not death. Had this gate not been shut, we could have talked so much more. But when we next meet, I hope the answer I find also finds you, my other me.
I start to think that Haduma will just be us, like a corrupted copy, like from the Shadow Arena.
Werner, ignore the goofy imposter. After all, she didn't stand a chance at stopping us from regaining her power, right? The Gala are trying to claim she's the original one. I don't think she's just another leftover record from the land, sand of the start of the land, eh? Next time, we should make sure to cover her place.
And that was the Ascension of the Scholar.
So I was actually joking about being an Irish alchemist, like with PhD in physics, trying to show off. But that's all she is. That was I was actually joking, but that's all she is.
No way.
That was weird.
I gotta say, I did this guys think before they released this?
I think it was a bit rushed because they wanted to present it for the Calphion Ball. If you remember, in fact, they presented the class at the Calphion Ball.
Yeah. That was certainly an experience. Oh, but now I have the thingies.
Yes. Oh, talk to the cubes, my love.
1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing. That should do it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing. Darn it.
Knowledge. On the one side of the stair of the lane, the peculiar contents are archived. It seems after the first record she made, after creating the stair of the lane for the first time.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, because technically the caves are the ancient technology
Just
used.
like when I'm mixing reagents, I need to be calm.
Apologies.
Are the technology used in the past, for example, by the sage, to leave fragments of your cautions and knowledge, and they can be replayed. They are sort of records, but like meant in a more modern way, one might say.
Yeah, my mixtape is fire.
Me? Die by some blade? I have the power of magic to protect myself.
Yeah, of course.
That one was really close. But wait, my memory. Don't forget this power. The Black Death still lingers inside.
She did.
When compared to normal alchemy, you can form magic circles from alchemic formulas. When I hold my hammer, I just can't resist. A bubbling joy I feel from deep within.
I hope she... this one's broken.
Let's talk to the man when you finish.
As a more learned me, I should be the one taking the risks. At the cost of using up all my resources, my memories are fading away.
They're fading away. The memories. They forgot to pay the voice actor. It's okay, I got it. Hey, Brian. Hey. Oh, sorry, he's not from Ireland. He's how is this possible? I can hardly believe what I'm seeing. Ask who it is. It's unbelievable. Didn't your star of the land tell you? I am the guide to help you restore your memories.
And probably they finished the money to make new models, so they just reused Takros one.
Evelyn, am I merely an illusion? To overcome the Black Death and come all this way? An incredible feat. I can hardly believe what I'm seeing. How did you manage to cross the gate and survive the Black Death? Ask how he knows you. Don't you recall the day you sought me out? You came to me, a big guy engrossed in alchemy. Back then, I missed the mockery. You followed the rumors to me. You are eager to learn from an outcast like me, yearning to defy death with alchemy. But how? Black Death is an inevitable end. It was something impossible to challenge. Yet you set off determined to overcome it. Haha, now it all adds up. You made me your guide. Just mock me for predicting your end. The secrets I knew pale in comparisons to yours. Clearly not Takros. It's a strong alchemist that died, I guess.
It's Kafras like the answer to everything. It's Kafras.
Kafras is Martin.
Okay. It seems like we finally found the gate and we recovered our memories. So this is the gate.
That was supposed to be actually in Ulukita. But of course, when they released the Ascension of the scholar, Ulukita wasn't there yet.
Elukita, you damn bastard.
Anyway, so the thing is, I was actually joking, like taking it not seriously, being like, oh my god, she's actually just an Irish woman who came from another land and so on. But that's actually the story. Like, we became an isekai. That's it.
Well, we kinda get isekai'd in Black Desert Online, if you think about it.
Not really. Like, now with this, yes, you are isekai, so nothing of this makes any more sense. Yeah, because essentially the way they're putting is like, oh yes, I had the Black Death, went to another world.
Which is probably, allegedly, Elvia.
To another world, found the cure in that world, teleported back to this world while the gate was incomplete, and she split herself into infinite pieces. Kinda like, you can explain now that you have players around, I guess, that are also scholars, but different.
So technically you came out of the gate in the year 276, did what happens in the introduction, get nuked by Ilesra like everyone else, and get teleported to 10 years later.
286 in
Exactly, in Balanos, Breaker of Chains.
I guess.
Technically, if I had
it's
to...
far-fetched, but yeah, I guess. Let's just say it works like this, so that we can say that the writers actually did something that's coherent. Or the accent is getting to me. But again,
why did you even release this class, honestly? Like,
for Divine.
Yeah, it's not popular, it's kind of clunky, like you have to overbuff it, like they don't peculiarly care about it, playstyle is weird as fuck, and the story is shite, and you want to sell with this class. We already have hot redheads, okay, they're called
They wanted
sorceresses.
to do something that doesn't take full damage, I guess.
Oh, like the LAN.
No, the LAN takes full damage.
Oh yeah, I know, I died while using the skill, but no,
Like,
technically
you don't take full damage for some seconds, starting from the start of the skill, just like the Pegasus. You can't glide forever with the Pegasus. You have like 15 or 20 seconds to land, otherwise you die splattered on the surface, just like the LAN. While I don't think the scholar has this limitation. You just have to
So
jump.
actually, fun fact, she does take fall damage. There's a certain percentage of health that you can lose before the skill activates, because what happens is before you fall, the skill activates and stops you from taking damage. But sometimes the skill activates too late, or it just
Can I bring you
like
to Velia?
fall and you barely take some damage. Yeah.
Again though, this is a weird situation. You're trying to again, I was already not very keen on the whole Magnus of itself. The main reason, seriously, I'm actually doing it by accident now.
You watch too much British things, you know, affect me.
Too much glow up.
Yeah. So the main issue is that the main story already, it's not set in place quite well. Like, it's not a robust story that explains everything properly. But now they've added multiple dimensions and time travel to the equation, and now you have multiple characters that multiple characters that seem to break everything about the world, and
now they're like, oh, but it's okay because she lost her memories and she's just only a fragment of the great scholar, alchemist, whatever. And it's like, oh yeah, of course, the great alchemist who creates gold, even if it's short duration, it can create gold and not take fall damage. And yeah, of course, yeah, no problem. We got this, guys. What's next? Just give me a guy with a rocket launcher and just say that he's a magician or something from another world.
Berserker.
Yeah, with the Berserk is a giant and with the dwarven technology. I mean, someone like the Jim with like an RPG, you know, bazooka, like the one from that you see in the World War II movies. Just give me a guy with a tank and just say that it's his hell horse or something, and I know the brother of cousin of Hadum, and just call it a day. And
I'm more and more convinced though that in the end Hadum will be just another version of ourselves, a shadow from the Magnus, like the shadows we met. Otherwise, I can't explain this whole thing about the shadow that comes from the land of the demons, from Elvia, where Hadum is supposed to be, and I can't explain the whole thing about the Magnus. Why the need to introduce such a concept of alternative universe and realities and shadows and several versions of ourselves, if not to justify that in the end Hadum is just one of our shadows, alternative versions, and we are going to fight ourselves. Which, like, it wouldn't be even that big of an issue to me, to be fair, have something like this. Because in the end, Black Desert always been something where you have to deal with your ambition. So if you tell me that there is a magic island where humans can become gods, just like in the Korean novel Arcade was inspired on, and due to our ambitions we went there just like many other adventurers, and we managed to kick out Godr that tried to do the same things and kicked out Sylvia and whatnot, and doing that with our greed we corrupted whatever. I'll take it.
Or I can say that is better on PSI. Again, this. Okay, so I see what they try to do with the Ascension. I like that it's the modern way that they try to do Awakening and Ascensions. There's only 3 classes that have it, I think.
Because the Artina for the Shy is not called Ascension, it's called something else.
No, the new quest line where you, like, it's instance based and you...
Oh, you mean like the
that's why I say
Wuza
Awakening and Ascension.
Okay,
so
like the
only...
Wuza and the Megu, yeah.
So yeah, it's cooler to have this new sort of Awakening Ascension. It's just that this Awakening Ascension like barely sticks together, as it's like the same issue that you have with the Archer back then, which is the story doesn't stick together. It doesn't make that much sense. Like when the guy tells you like, oh, I don't talk to rude people, go away, and I saw the thingy pointing me in the other direction. I was like, I just lost it, because I was like, there's no fucking way that the reason why this guy doesn't want to talk to you is because you want to talk to him and he thinks you're rude because he thinks you try to listen in on him. When you go, he's in front of the road, so you just go talk to him. Like, what the fuck are they smoking? You know? And the same thing, it's just like randomly snake guy, like the Zariak, just randomly showing up there. Like, what? What is all of this?
Probably they wanted to reuse the concept they used when they made the special introduction of the Archer, because the Archer was supposed to fight Zvariak in his thingy. So, what's the story according to the knowledge we received from the scholar? On a fateful day, as a young alchemist, Evelyn was just beginning to flaunt her talents. A devastating news tracker like a lightning bolt. The Black Death, a plague sweeping across the continent, crushed the dreams of this aspiring alchemist on the brink of fame. She then embarked on a quest, delving into myriad rumors and secrets, seeking a cure. As the Black Death slowly consumed her, she clung to a sliver of hope, enduring excruciating pain and suffering. Among those giants who sought power, there was a whisper of one, a master in alchemy, who had the secret to defeating all diseases. Just as secret led to treasures and legends, Evelyn embarked on a journey, driven by this faint hope. When Evelyn finally met the sage, the response she received was heartbreaking. Evelyn or Serbil. Regrettably, it seems fate is not in your favor. You had the potential to revolutionize alchemy, such a pity. The Black Death cannot be overcome. The sage's words, though harsh, bestowed upon Evelyn a newfound wisdom. She realized that she had been neglecting her natural alchemical gifts, depending on others to elude death. Shaking off the despair that had shadowed her for years, she reclaimed her spirit. By night, wrecked with debilitating coughs from the Black Death's ravage, and by day she immersed herself in alchemy and delved into the mysteries of ancient ruins to keep herself alive. Slowly coming to terms with her impending death, she retained her infectious smile, earning the nickname the whimsical alchemist from those around her, which is in fact the title we received once we completed Ascension. Evelyn, both an alchemist and an archaeologist, eventually uncovers secrets and potential leading to realms unknown. The exhilaration she experienced defied simple description, transcending her roles as an alchemist, archaeologist, or even a dying patient. Yet the secret required an even broader expanse of knowledge. Evelyn was captivated by ancient weapons, constantly seeking out the relics of the past. As Black Death gradually ravaged her life, her mass knowledge only expanded. She eventually mastered the art of replicating ancient weapons, and ably or Serbahil, both alchemists and archaeologists, managed to construct and traverse her own portal. And that's why it is called a Talibres door, just like the one leading to Ataraxion. Basically, back in the days we thought that it was something specifically related to Ataraxion, but apparently it's just a Talibres door is just a door that allows you to travel through space and time and realities. Apparently it's like whatever door. The power that both reigns supreme and dooms worlds to ruin. To manipulate this timeless force is to bend the very axis of time. Such power could challenge the fiercest flames, the tumors burning within, or even diseases that lay siege to one's heart. She found the Saint Graal, I swear to God. And about the Star of the Land, they say for those struck by the Black Death, the chill of the night air worsens their plight. Does it mean that they can't even gaze at the night sky in peace? Can I truly open the door I seek, no matter how much I learn and search? No, Aibling, snap out of it. You are going to beat the Black Death and bring the stars that dwell only in the night sky down to Earth. You'll create the Star of the Land to capture the fleeting brilliance, and when that moment comes, I'll make sure to leave a record of this resolve, except from the Star of the Land. Which is, I guess, a Stellagia.
Ah.
A Stellagia, my bad. What is the Stellagia? We'll find out not next week, because next week I want to do with the Swittzy the awakening and succession of the sage, since it is it can serve as an introduction to Atoraxion, and then we'll finally move on to Atoraxion.
Cool. Well, people, thank you all for joining us on this beautiful adventure towards Northern Ireland. Hope you enjoyed this. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, whatever it is. See you all next time. Ta-ta!